continue. I've not even started the game. But we're going to get straight into it. I think it's going to be like this style the whole way through. You love this one already. Apart from like what I've seen in the trailers, I don't really know what they're about. Just from the aesthetic. I think I'm going to like it as well. Oh, let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. Press anything to continue. Okay, so we're playing as Holt in the prologue. 3 red and 5 black in the discard pile. Of the 6 cards face up on the counter, 2 are red and 4 are black. Oh my god, please don't be a puzzle. So 5 red in all and 9 black. You have no more moves. So you have to bet now. There was more blacks, wasn't there? Black cards? A large majority of the face-up cards are black. And you know that betting against the streak is usually dangerous. Oh. Even though you're already chosen, you decide to stay away from the counter. You can't bear losing again. The game starts with maths. Apparently so. I got maths. I think your grandma Elsie trying to win at solitaire for over 6 years. Bless her. You take a deep breath and keep sweeping. I love solitaire. Such a basic game, but I love it. Elsie's been paralyzed from the waist down since she was 21. Your mum was only 2 months old. Damn. Don't gamble. The winter Elsie taught you to play solitaire, your parents and sister had been dead for almost a year, and you'd already begun to forget their faces. Although you cook for her, do her laundry, bathe, and even dress her, it still feels like she's the one taking care of you. Oh, bless. Stick to drugs. Depends what drugs. You close your eyes and almost feel Elsie stroking your hair. Elsie? You're 11 years old again, kneeling next to her bed, crying your heart out. Oh, is this going to hit us in the feels? Suddenly, the bell rings and you feel an invisible force trying to drag you out into the present. Look through the window. Or keep it. We'll look through our window because we don't have any reason to suspect there's anything weird at the minute. Oh, those fucking kids. What's that one? Yeah, the first brat is followed by 2 more. They step on the hose and activate the bell for a second and third time. Yeah, ban the kids, please. You don't know what comes over, but you yell some things at them that you're too ashamed to remember. Oh god. You justify yourself thinking that they might be the ones who got into your garage that night. What happened that night? And stole some parts of the oh my god, replica machine gun? We're building a machine gun? You won't let anyone mess with your project. Your neighbor's brats. Are you building a machine gun, Dread? The Winnan steam machine gun is the jewel of your collection. The kids yell at you, old freak, and laugh sheltered by the distance. Deep down, you know that it can't be them. How would they know which parts of the machine gun were worth stealing? Oh my god. Anyway, that guard dog's been brought over in a few days. You'll be able to stop worrying. Oh, I hope the dog's going to be okay. Let's go back in and check the hose. Let's check the hose, because they run over it. You think about what someone told you at the bar about replacing the hose with a thicker one so that it can only be detected by the weight of a car. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I just realised as well, this is, like... the name of the game is Mothmen 1966. I'm guessing this is set in 1966. Why am I like this? Kids are always going to find some way to bust your balls, they replied. Go back in. You try to calm down. You look at the shells and think of the solitaire your grandma taught you. Your grandma always said that everyone has their place in the world, and that people keep dancing around it without ever reaching it. To win this solitaire, you had to stop dancing. Dancing? You know what the chances of winning are incredibly low, almost 0. You can't bring yourself to turn over the next card and decide to start sorting the shells instead. Doing simple jobs builds up your self-confidence. Come on, self-confidence. I provide you with some illusion of control. Oh my god, is this me? Wait, grab something from the upper shelf, from the middle shelf, from the lower shelf. So I'm guessing like we want to make sure like all the products on the same shelf. So if we grab stuff from the lower shelf, can, box, replace something on the upper shelf. Oh, I like this. This is like a mini puzzle. Replace something from the lower shelf. The can. It's become... Honestly, I'd be okay with this. On the middle shelf. Bottle. Doesn't matter which one's supposed to be on which. Empty. Check shelves. Oh, nice one, Siggy. So, how many hours did you put into it, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, illusion of control. Got a trophy. One type of product on each shelf. Oh my god, Tony, wait till you see my shop tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to like showing people my shop. 120 hours? It's only... Actually, no, it's been out for like 2 weeks now, right? You scratch your head. This time sorting the shelves doesn't help. You feel the same urgency before you can't think of anything else. Oh shit. Is the card going to be black? You need it to be black. Suddenly the air seems heavy. Bitch. Welcome back, Greedy. My hair is so heavy. Do you dry it with a hair dryer? Or do you like air dryer? You find it a bit difficult to breathe. 3 men in black are staring at you. Through the window, you see a black Cadillac by the pump. Yes? You bought a woman a whiskey. Okay, so the moose must be like a bar. Not the weekend though. Not the weekend. I wasn't sure if you saw my message last night. You don't know if it's the right mood, but you try to relax and be more friendly. Do you know of a more effective way to socialize? You told her to dream about your grandma. A chill runs through your body. It's been a few weeks since that night, and even though you had a good time with Martha and have no regrets, something about the way these men in black ask their questions makes you uneasy. What do you want to know? Granny in the forest? One of the men farther back lets out a crackling noise. You look at him believing he's laughing, but the man in black's expression doesn't change. Let's just turn about the dream. My grandma's been bedridden for over 60 years, but in the dream I saw her running through the woods. Start from the beginning, and don't omit any details. You don't know if it's the way they look at you or because of a certain authority in their voice, but you tell them everything about the dream. I hope they compliment my shelves. 5 or 6 weeks ago, you woke up in the middle of the night, certain that something had happened to your grandma. I wouldn't know. Same. Same. He'll be back soon with that carton of milk he promised. 35 years ago. You ran up to her room and Elsie wasn't in bed. The window was wide open. You ran to it and saw someone walking through the trees. It was her. And she was holding a rifle of the kind your ancestors would have carried in the Civil War. You tried to call out to her. Your grandma started running and shot 2 or 3 times into the blackness of the forest. You were about to go down to find her when a winged figure with glowing red eyes appeared in front of the window and screamed. You stumbled backwards, and after hitting your head on the bedpost, you lost consciousness. You woke up in your bed and remembered the dream almost instantly. You went up the stairs 2 at a time and opened the door to her room. Your grandma slept peacefully on the bedside table was a glass of milk you bring her every night and the deck of cards she used to play solitaire. I fucking love solitaire. Solitaire is such a simple game. Like, I have it downloaded on my phone. You can never beat a game of solitaire, honestly. Although I never understood, was it spider solitaire? I never understood what that was. Even though you couldn't explain where the little stitches at the base of your skull had come from. Maybe he cut his head shaven like me. After a few seconds, one of the men speaks again. The spots on her legs predate her birth halt. What? What is he talking about? Is he referring to the dozens of moles on your grandma's legs? I think so. Can I send you a meme? Are you sending dread nudes again, Elf? I never understood it. I don't understand it. I just stick to my classic solitaire, thank you. What do you mean by they're saying the spots predate her birth? Elsie always makes the same joke when you sponge her calves. Be thankful that you have to clean my legs and not my grandfather's. According to what she told you, her granddad had been shot dead by an experimental weapon early in the Civil War when his legs were ripped to shreds. Oh, my god, it's not... He's not subliminally rebuilding the weapon that, was used to kill his granddad, was he? You're streaming, I can't send it to you. Elf. The winner's steam gun, son, a machine gun that doesn't appear in any book. It is! You think about the replica you were putting together in the workshop and you wonder if it was the men in black who had stolen these pieces. Oh my god, I'm a fucking genius. You're not telling anyone else about this visit, Holt. You start to complain when one of the men in black picks up a card from the counter. The top card of the deck. The crunch horrifies you. The teeth of the men in black seem to tear more than simply paper. Desperate, you throw yourself under the counter and look for the card. Your heart is pounding. You look out a window and you don't see the Cadillac. Ooh, creepy. You walk to where the car was parked a few moments ago. I was going to say, I'm not cutting anything off, am I? I'm cutting a little bit of, like, the thing off, but not massively. At least I'm not cutting the writing off or anything. You step on the hose, and the bell rings. Oh, of course! We didn't even hear the car ding. What the fuck? Jack of Diamonds. Motherfucker, it's red. You think about the edge of the men in black tore. You think about the edge of the edge one of the men in. You think about the edge one of the men in black tore off, and you remember the noise he made when he chewed it. Was it a threat? A warning? You wonder if you should tell your grandma everything that happened, or just keep your mouth shut and keep playing solitaire with a marked car. I feel like his grandma's dead. Ooh, spooky. How they need to vanish, though? Well, they're either Mothmen themselves, or they're just classic Men in Black, where they have ninja training. Maybe he... Oh, maybe he was, actually. Maybe he was like, this card could be your dick. Wait, what? Ignore me. Lee, what's wrong? Victoria, I told you, it's nothing. That damn pause again. There's something she's not saying. The Mustang purrs. You shake your head, feeling sad inside. The sound of an engine hides no secrets. Lee, you're right. You bite your lip and sigh. Why is everything so damn hard? Victoria settles into her seat. Let's start over, okay? She kind of looks like an elf. Like, I know we're in a limited colour palette, but with this white hair, she kind of looks like an elf. Where are we going? Keep quiet. You let a few seconds go by. 1, 2. Your mum taught you that trick. Oh, your mum taught you the trick. Manipulative, maybe. But you remember your dad and know that was something she had to do to survive. Oh, okay, this kind of took a turn. Babe? Enough. A performance worthy of your mother. Was she ever approved? You finally answer her, eyes still looking dead ahead. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. It's a surprise. And if I beg you, would you tell me then? No, Vic, have some patience. You'll never forget this night. Victoria giggles, and you think this is the best gift in the world. Seems fine. Okay, sweet, thank you. For a moment, you forget all the previous discussions, your obsessions. A giggle, a friendly gesture, making someone feel good ain't rocket science. You look at the clock and can't believe your eyes. You left your house on time, but you're pretty late. How could you step on the gas? Lee? Lee! You scratch the side of your head. Wow, you really hate being told how to drive. Lee? Why doesn't she just tell you to slow down? You take your foot off the gas. Thanks. You're trying your best. I also didn't realise there's going to be this much reading on a Monday morning. And we've got this again tomorrow morning with the Knights of Banson. Banson Knights, even. Although I think that colour palette is really like purples and reds, whereas this one appears to be like blues and greens. It's like a dating sim toning. You really think Victoria could be the one? The one. Your dad once said the perfect woman doesn't exist. Couples form when people get tired of looking and just give up. You remember your mother's rants? All those women's names she rattled off as they were part of an endless grocery list. You won't end up like him. Anything but that. Also, I'm going to turn it down a little bit for me because it's actually a little bit loud for me. There we go, it's a bit better. You try to smile and force yourself to be more cheerful. You want a clue? Oh, I just realised you can't see like the pictures behind my head, but it's fine. Victoria looks into your eyes and you feel a warmth on your face that takes you by surprise. You felt the same thing the first time you saw her in college. You keep looking at her for a few seconds that seem like forever. What, do I have a booger? Not the booger. Where? In your nose. You can't help laugh out loud and have a hard time containing the urge to kiss her. Give her a clue about the origin. Good. Been keeping him resting all weekend, so he got good. I'm glad to hear that. I can't remember. Is he much of a gamer, Tony? Like, can he like play games or watch any films while he's in bed and resting and whatnot? It happened 100 years ago. Victoria answers almost immediately. After all, you're both majoring in history. The end of the Civil War. No, not in 1865. I mean exactly 100 years ago, Vic. Oh, well, let me think then. You're running out of time. There was a cholera outbreak in 1866, right? Cold. And how twisted do you think I have to set up a date themed around a cholera outbreak from a century ago? How romantic. It comes from far away. Victoria makes a gesture for you to complete the sentence. You just shrug. It comes from far away. I mean, that could be anything. While I blow dry the snakes, I mean my mop hair. No worries, Greenie. No worries at all, lovely. Guess then. The circus? Freezing cold. Also, Ace, if you're still here, I feel like this is how you would... I feel like this is what you would do to your girlfriend. You'd like give her clues and stuff and ask us to guess where you're taking her. One would be a source of superstition, but we're talking thousands. A source of superstition. A black cat. Bad fingers, chlamydia. Ooh, chlamydia. Victoria looks at you expectantly, desperate to be right. No, Vic. Just give me a minute. You won't guess it unless you reach out to open the glove box and Victoria grabs your wrist. Better leave it to me. Victoria opens the glove box and examines its contents. A folder, a box, a flashlight. Turn to look at the folder, turn to look at the box. Victoria takes out the box and opens it. Let's see what you've been hiding. You think about saying something, but you instantly regret it and keep your mouth shut. Spare change, a lighter, a pack of cigarettes. Is he taking her to the petrol station? Nothing to worry about, I reckon. Keep looking, please. Let's look at the folder. Victoria opens the folder and examines the documents. Some papers, insurance details. Do you want me to read some of this? You shake your head. Tell her to look under the flashlight. A book. 1966 Shelby Mustang, the car handbook. No, not that. What else? Already got everything out. There's clearly something there, bitch. 1 second. There's this too. Victoria stretches out her hand and you finally grab the map you wanted. It was folded against the bottom of the glove box. You start talking and Victoria interrupts you. Classic Victoria. Hold that thought while I put everything back. You put the map on the dashboard while Victoria puts away the folder, the box, the flashlight. Vic, you know I like it tidy in there. Ha, very funny. Vic flicks through the books you found. Red Badge of Courage. Haven't you read this book 1,000 times already? You know she's testing you. Vic knows exactly why you carry it everywhere. The novel that portrays the area you're obsessed with like no other. What the hell is this? Suddenly you remember you're using a pencil sketch that Victoria drew of you on one of your classes as a bookmark. Uh-oh, she's going to be mad with us. A sketch she begged you, with tears on her eyes, to destroy. Oh, and you swore you already had? Vic, I'm sorry. I swear. Watch out! You swerve to avoid a shape in the road. Victoria looks back. Lee? We almost ran that thing over. You put your hand on Vic's shoulder, trying to reassure her. Victoria points ahead. Just keep your eyes on the road, please. She's doing it again, telling you how to drive. At least this time she came right out with it instead of saying Lee disapprovingly. To be fair, like... there's something in the road, you know? You try to control yourself, but it's hard. It's not just this last thing, but the build-up of all the small gestures. I thought they were in love. You take the map and throw it on her lap. Victoria raises her arms in disbelief. The Leonids? Victoria, we're going to have dinner watching the Leonids. Leonids? Leonids. Forgive me for trying to arrange the perfect date. You tried to keep silent, but you can't hold it in. You know what your mum would have done in a situation like this, but you're not her. A meteor shower. A phenomenon associated with the passage of the Temple-Tuttle comet every 33 years. Victoria keeps staring ahead. In 1866, there was one of those most spectacular meteor showers ever recorded. I saw some lithographs in the library. Victoria doesn't even move. Everyone makes a wish on a shooting star. Imagine how many wishes you can make with thousands of stars shooting through the sky. Okay, that's quite romantic. Victoria settles in her seat. You know what, Lee? Shut up. You never heard that tone before from her. Just keep quiet until we reach... She pauses as she examines the map you threw on her lap. Halt? Halt station? You feel your heart pounding. Your hands are shaking. That's what she wants? For you to keep quiet? For you not to say a goddamn word? Your hands grip the wheel tight. All the preparations you made for tonight. Your friend Freddie had worked out the ideal place to see them in all their splendour, away from the city lights. And when you noticed Holt Station was inside the area, you didn't hesitate. But now, Vic had ruined it. Oh. What the fuck? Something hits the Mustang's antenna. What the hell is that? Stop, Lee, stop! You slam on the brakes instinctively. You put a hand in front of Victoria to keep her from hitting the windshield. Doesn't she have a seatbelt on? You get out of the car and find a dead bat in front. Oh, it died. The animal had hit the antenna and somehow got entangled. You can't believe it. Oh, poor bat. In the 80s. I was going to say, like, did they even have seatbelts in the 60s? But I'm pretty sure they had them, but they weren't like the law, right? Just ran Adam West over, probably for the best. He's dead, right? He's already dead. What are the odds of something like this happening? Don't bats have some advanced echolocation system like a submarine sonar? What starts as a simple grunt in your throat emerges as a helpless scream. He is now. We just run him over. This poor bat, though. Bats are cute. Fuck. This is what I get for trying to do something different. We should have gone to the movies. Lee. Vic's whispering. It doesn't take long to see why. Oh, God. Over there. The coyote is watching you from the dark of the forest meets the light of the moon. Vic, we got this. It's not interested in us. You point to the dead bats. They're scavengers. You hear a growl that quickly multiplies. Oh shit. Suddenly you're surrounded. It's not the first time you face coyotes in the woods, but you aren't taking any chances. When I say run to the car as fast as you can, you try to recall all the advice you've heard for situations like this. Get back in the car. I was saying, it says run to the car, but there's literally like...
Where have you been,
one next to the
bitch?
car. Welcome back, Greenie. Is the hair dry? Make lots of noise, wave your arms around. One of the coyotes in front of you approaches. Yell and gesture. Yell at one of the coyotes on the side of the car. Yell at her to your left, right, right. Ended up just shaving it all off. I love that though. I love women with shaved heads. Last few years I let it grow. Let it grow, 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 grow. Oh! Okay, this didn't happen before. It's different every time. Bang on the head. Okay, so we are going to have to go on the offensive. Oh no, for a stone. You crouch down and find 4 stones. You pick them up. Throw at the coyote on your left. That's the one that's quite closest, right? Look at making the ones closer also retreat. Get in. Throw a stone. And throw it to this side of the car. Throw it to your right. into the dark of the forest. Okay, this side of the car's safe. Should I still throw stones at the other ones just in case they could still get me? Do it. Throw the stone. Throw it kind of behind you. One expert to worry about. Throw a stone. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do it just to make sure. I feel more and more confident. Run to the car. Now! Okay, sweet, we did it. Yay, we got a trophy as well. You get in the car, close the doors, and Victoria starts laughing. Although you know her reaction is more adrenaline than anything else, you start laughing too, and then kiss her. You start up the car, and the V8 roars into life. You resume the trip. After a few wordless minutes, you suddenly remember something. Halt, Vic. We go into Holt's gas station. Oh my god, it is a gas station from the beginning. The doubts, the fears, everything seems a bit ridiculous now. You think about the plans you made for tonight and smile. You really like to hear her whistle. Show you without a beer. I could be wrong, but I think that's on is that a TikTok one or a Snapchat? But I have those accounts, but I hate to go on them. I hate to go on them. Maybe I should though. Maybe I should just to see what it look like. Okay, we're playing as Victoria now. Not the Tic Tacs, the Tic Tacs. Lee turns off the car and looks you in the eye. Just for that. If I remember, I'll try and do it later. Yes, play some with this. Oh, God. And that smile seriously pisses you off. Oh. Smile back. You try to return a smile, but you feel hatred burning inside you. But it's not just Lee. The problem goes deeper. Why did you choose to smile? Why is it so hard to tell him? Wait here, Vic. I swear, you won't believe it. You bite your lip and take a deep breath. You see him greet someone. Lee had written Holt Station on the map he'd thrown on your lap 20 minutes ago. He'd written it by hand and might as well have said Hort Station or Holt Station. Hell Station, even. Lee's handwriting has always been intriguing to you. You remember that time you mentioned it to him and he responded with disproportionate anger. You're pretty fucking attractive. Valid. Massively so. A nonsensical rant which involves several philosophers of language. Maybe I'm straight today. Maybe. Kill it from the back. And all because you told him his handwriting was dreadful. But you know where those reactions come from. The night you two got drunk by the lake, Lee told you that his father would have wanted to be born. His father Lee would have wanted to be born ugly. After the initial surprise, you couldn't stifle a bear laugh and Lee looked down. For a few minutes he didn't want to tell you anything else. You finally convinced him to continue. I always got what I wanted just by smiling. Ugly people have to develop other muscles. Unfortunately, those other muscles are the ones that last. You couldn't believe those words had come out of the mouth of a flesh and blood human being. Maybe some poorly written character from a cheap romantic novel, but Lee's father? You picture Lee that night throwing pebbles from the shore while telling you everything about his father's teachings. All that frustration. Was that the night you got pregnant? She's pregnant? Or she was. Suddenly you find it difficult to breathe. What was she drinking if she was pregnant? Well, it's the 60s. The interior of the car smells like it's getting smaller and smaller. You need some air. Don't say anything. You close the door slowly, knowing what Lee is like with his new car and breathing the cool night air. I'm guessing... True. Hindsight, I guess, but how can you, like, looking back, how could anyone think, oh yeah, like, I've got a baby inside of me. Smoking's not going to affect it. Drinking's not going to affect it. Don't know. This is Holt, Victoria. Hello. You respond to the greeting, but they don't seem to care that much. Be right back, Vic. You see them walk away with a box they took out of the trunk. So what is the history behind this place then, if they know about it already? From the effort Holt's putting in, it seems heavy. Thank you, Dumbledore. Happy Monday, lovely. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a lovely weekend. What's inside the box? You're not stupid. You know Lee has some business on the side beyond his work as an intern at the university. He's an intern at the university? You heard some rumours and you have your suspicions. However, you never did too much digging. You prefer to keep it a mystery, something to make Lee a little more interesting. You light a cigarette. Oh, God. Would Lee be a good father? And a question that you still haven't had the courage to ask. Would you be a good mother? The clicks repeat at irregular intervals. Small moths approach the light to get electrocuted. Oh, that's what that sound is? I haven't had one of them for ages. I see them at my corner shop, though. Is that love, Victoria? You laugh and shake your head from side to side. You think of all the manuscripts you've torn up. You've tried poetry, drawing. History seemed like an obvious choice. You don't need any talent to be a historian. Who's this? Mossman's. Nemoffs. Hello? The man talks to himself while holding something in his hand. Of course, all the intrudes are fed to the babs that way. Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought. Like, I haven't done any research on it, but that's mainly because, like, I don't have a uterus, and also, I don't want to have kids. Have you seen any winged creatures flying over the area yet? For a moment, you think he's asking some kind of tricky question, and you remain silent. However, something about him tells you that he's genuinely asking. You look at the man bathed in the sun of the shine of the streetlight, and the scene fascinates you. Surreal, some of your old friends would have said. The ones that organise poetry nights and read La Tremont. Oh my god, did I just, like, pronounce that perfectly? Not the belly straw, the belly straw. Excuse me, you are... Oh yes, sorry, hi, Lou, Hill. Writer. Victoria Greenberry. Greenberry? I think so. I think so too. I was trying to pronounce it, and then, like, it just came out. I was like, that sounds like exactly what it would be. Good for me. Good for me. History student. Winged creatures, Mr. Hill. Lou, please. Can I call you Victoria? You nod. I'm looking into about a dozen reports, Victoria. Numerous witnesses claim to have seen human-sized winged creatures flying over the area. Angels? Lou smiles, but the smile doesn't last long on his face. Thanks, technique. Look there at the top of the trees. It won't take you long to find one. You aim at the Lou area just told you. That's creepy. Everything's blurry, so you decide to adjust the binoculars. Adjust the focusing wheel. Did I just fuck this up again? Oh, there we go. Jelly babies for the belly babies. Oh, first sighting. So that was the first one, Sagi. So that was the first ones. It was oh my god, it's 2002. That was literally 22 years ago. I'm so old. I'm so old. Was it suggestion? I don't think they're angels, Victoria. But before I tell you my theory, I need your help. Could you draw in this notebook what you just saw? At any other time, you'd have refused with some witty comment, but there's something about Lou Hill that invites you to play along. You wonder if the fact that he presented himself as a writer has something to do with it. Let's draw the head first. Alien-like, little owl head. Oh, little owl head? Yeah. You've heard, it's really good. It's really good. We're just talking, it's from 2002. It's a very old film, but it's actually really good. It's not scary, I wouldn't say, but it's very creepy. Very creepy. Small round body, no. White chest with short arms and wings. Human chest with huge wings. Oh, I don't. Let's draw the legs. Did he look at that? We're gonna do this. Before giving it back, you write some notes further describing what you saw. Lou hadn't asked for them, but somehow they make you feel less anxious. You never felt confident about your work. Oh my god, we're a reliable witness. Love it. Love it. Lou looks at the notebook for a few seconds that feel too long. You think about that time you showed your sketches to your art teacher and how he embarrassed you in front of the rest of the class. Art is subjective, please. Motherfucker. This is the 60s. Victoria. All good? Although he seems to be talking to you, Lee keeps staring at Lou. Lou Hill. Brighter. Lou holds out his hand. Lee Miller, historian. Lee walks over and puts his arms around you. He's back to Lou. You know he must have been annoyed that Lou introduced himself as a writer. Although it's hard for you to admit it, you like to be hugged. Okay, for some reason I thought these were like college kids, but they're historians. You think you would also feel safe in your grandmother's arms or the arms of any of the other strong women in your family. Come on, strong women. Pineapple pizza, please. But the heat of Lee's body, the hardness of his muscles. That's not his muscle, Victoria. You remember all those biologist arguments you hate so much and you can't help but smile? It's like you're cheating when nobody's looking. Come on, Vic. Let's see the surprise. And then he whips out his penis. Close your eyes. Reach out your hand. Now open them. Oh. Oh, that's so romantic. That's so sweet. That's so romantic. And there's a doggo there. A romantic dinner for two under the same meteor shower that amazed our ancestors. I actually think that's super romantic. It's a shame it's next to this this gas station where there's like Mothman sightings, but you instinctively put your hand to your belly, and when you realise it, you quickly put it in your pockets. Okay, so she is pregnant. You look at the dog tied to the post. Oh, it's got fangs. The dog growls into the dark. Please don't hurt the doggo. To be fair, like, I was there just a minute ago, I feel like Mothmen are more of a warning or an omen. Like, they don't actually, like, incite violence, do they? So hopefully, like, doggo will be okay. You've known Lou Hill for a few months now. The first time you talked to him was at the Moose. Lou was looking for information about some unusual lights in the sky. Oh, sorry, yeah, we're playing as Holt now, aren't we? We're talking about the guy, yeah. In a red dress with candles and a picnic bag ready to become Mothman's bride. Oh, that sounds romantic. That sounds super cute. God, I want to watch that film again now. Nobody would talk to him. Before going to the restroom, you went over to his table and suggested he buys people a drink first. When you got back, Lou was already talking to Rick and Stella, their tongues sufficiently loosened. Lou raised his glass in your direction and smiled. Although it wasn't you who gave him the nickname, you still feel a little guilty, since that night most locals referred to him as Lou Refill Hill. Lou, what do you recall about the encounter with these men in black? What does he mean? Yeah, it'd only been a week. You think about how to answer. You know Lou, he loves to asking questions. So you're going to tell him one thing and one thing only, no follow-up questions. I wonder if we get to play Lou at any point. Would be touting her privacy. The thing is, Luna, I promise that it's not just me that mentions that about the film. It's kind of like I don't want to say it's a selling point, but it is like the main thing that people take away from that movie, because like the last 20-30 minutes are like pretty disturbing. Touche. Tell them about your grandma's legs. Okay, weird opener. Tell them about the dream about your grandma. Tell them about your grandma's legs. Tell them about the dream about your grandma. Tell them about how I remember card. Yes, do that. One of the men in black bit a card and told me not to tell anyone about their visit. Oh. Well, we just told someone. Whoops. I think I picked the wrong option. Lou listens carefully. He seems to hesitate, and you seize the opportunity to change the subject. You know, otherwise he'd keep asking you about the encounter all night. Why did I tell him about the men in black? They told me not to tell anyone. You'll be here tomorrow as well, and sweet, nice. Do you have any other plans for your day off? We also playing like another horror game later, but it's not a retro. Well, it's not this retro style. Red or black? What? The card. Red. You turn over the card. It's red. Good. It's the solitaire my grandma taught me. Is this spider solitaire then? You're reminding me to play. Oh, Vane, don't. You'll make me blush. You'll make me blush. How was the rest of your weekend though? Was everything okay? No one could ever win it. Lou suddenly seems interested. And how do you play it? Explain it. Rules are simple. But winning? There's a reason why it's called the Impossible Solitaire. Okay, so this isn't Spider Solitaire. It's the Impossible Solitaire. Let me show you. Oh my god, we actually have to play it? Oh, maybe I do know this Solitaire then. The object is to move every card from the board to the discard pile. You can move any card whose rank is 1 higher or 1 lower than the topmost card in the discard pile. By probes. Yeah, I think so as well. Most likely, honestly. Most likely. So let's say there's 5 in a discard pile. We can either place a 4th. Okay, that makes sense. 1 either side. Then weirdly bite the corner of your card, neck weird, and fuck off saying that 21. If I was fucking saying, yeah, definitely. It's not exactly something you're going to keep to yourself, is it? You got those pyramids. Oh, that makes sense. Do you call it like solitaire pyramid or pyramid solitaire or just pyramid? Remember that if there's a K, a king in a discard pile, you can place an A. Oh, of course, because like yeah. Okay, this actually feels okay. I understand it, shall I say? A comes after K, and the opposite is also true. Just pyramids. Okay, yeah. I've seen this, but I've not heard of. Yeah. So, 28 cost to move seems easy enough, right? He didn't say... It can't be the same, can it? It just has to be either 1 up or 1 down. Let's see if I can do this. You know what games like this also remind me of? The beginning of Big, when he's playing like that PC game. My more brain gives up. Your walnut brain? Your sexy walnut brain. Okay, so if we... Not you.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Shush. My move with card games and video games is all in and pray it works when I say card games. We do love maps. I'm a huge fan of a map. Normally I find them pretty confusing, but I think this is like a real game, so I think I kind of get it. Like it's not, doesn't sound too convoluted. Although I just wish like I could just click the right button rather than clicking the option to go right every time. Oh my god, perfect. Because I was hoping for a 5. Is it Friday yet? You got a busy week ahead? Or this week is it busy? Please come up with a 7. Shit. So there's no 5, so I have to turn over a card from the stock. When you're stuck, you can turn over a card from the stock to the discard pile. But to turn it over, you need to make a bet first. A bet? Oh, black or red, which one's it going to be? This makes sense now. This makes sense at the beginning where he was like, okay, I have like 5 black ones and 5 red ones and 9 black ones. People need websites. People do. You should like tell them to give you more money. Lose a bet and you lose the game. Oh, that seems tough. Like, you can literally, like, lose the game just because you need an extra life, in a way. We've got 4 of each. Let's bet red. Fuck! Oh, for fuck's sake. Leave the game. We ain't got time for this. However, I might try and do that off stream because you know there's going to be a trophy for it. You know it. You hear barking from the back of the station. Trent. When they brought him in, they told me his name was Chase. Fuck it, it's Trent for me. You know Trent, right? From the Moose? Tall, prominent belly and a scar parallel to the growth of his beard. Oh my god, he sounds hot. Almost seems unfair. I've never been one for a gambler. Lou Hill might be part of a pain in the ass, but no one could deny that he was good with descriptions. You think about the book he's given you. He signed it and everything. Where did you leave it? I tell him Trent because he barks like Trent on open mic Tuesdays. Come on, let's go to the garage. And let's see the machine gun. Oh, he wants to see my machine gun? Love that. Did I got a free bag of trees? Oh, he did. Was he a good boy? That sounds like the makings of a good boy there. Chapter 4. I wonder how many chapters there are in this. So is this his idea of a special date? Looking at shooting stars while holding your hand. You don't think that's romantic? I think that's romantic. Lots of convention. How long until the convention? Usually just toss my guaranteed dosh in my pocket or something that might give me something back later. Yeah, I agree. That's one of the reasons as well, like with channel points and betting like on Twitch, I don't usually bet a lot because I like seeing how much I can get. Which is why like I have over 1 million channel points on Mash's stream and I have almost 2 million on Sammy's. Oh, it's the end of May. I was gonna say that's ages away, but it's not. Like I keep forgetting we're already in the second week of April. It's insane. Fucking insane. Telling you his plans for the end of the semester. Okay, so they are in college. You can't stop thinking about the raw strength of the hug from a minute ago. Or how he scared the coyotes away by yelling friend stones at them. You think about your friend May, all those dark fantasies she's told you about. But holding hands like this, smiling and talking and looking into each other's eyes, feels like giving up, doesn't it? How's that giving up? Aren't you playing the perfect girlfriend role? Don't you make eyes at him? Don't you say love whenever you call him? Oh, this is an unhappy relationship. So is this it, Victoria? Is this what you want for the rest of your life? Why don't you make up your mind just for once? You think of May again, of those women she claimed to know who could solve your situation. Jesus Christ. You wouldn't be the first or the last. The dog barks like a maniac and you appreciate the distraction. Very impressive penis. Very impressive, although I've not seen it. A mixture of guilt and anguish and apathy takes over you. I don't want a doggo to die. And now what? Why is he looking at you like that? Why doesn't he say anything? Has he asked you a question? I said if you're excited about the doors. The band? Something vulgar. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Dread. Appreciate it. Of course you're excited. The Doors, Victoria. Freddie told me they're about to release their first album. It seems like they'll be playing new... Oh yeah, it is. Sweet, nice. Are we going to see them live again then? Oh shit. Even though you try, you gradually stop listening to him. Hesitancy returns and all those questions, and the fucking dog won't stop barking. What had been a distraction is now driving you crazy. What the hell is wrong with him? Shooting fucking stars. Why don't you make a wish, Victoria? How about going home, covering your head with a pillow and sleeping for 18 hours straight? You feel like crying and try to calm down. Ooh. Those eyes. That creature you thought you saw in the treetops with Lou's binoculars. Had it been real? Not just your imagination? He's closing his eyes and wishing. Vic, you know what? I'm tired of it already. Exhausted. Thanks, Dread. I've been trying for more than 10 minutes. Can you tell me what's wrong with you? You stay silent. You need to think. But Lee's right. It's not fair to either of you. With so much noise, it's impossible for you to concentrate. You know they're all excuses though. Winged monsters don't exist. It's just your brain desperately trying not to focus on what's important. The sudden scream chills your blood. No! And silence takes over everything. So they are murderers in this.